What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna be talking about the top 10 cheap cars that'll absolutely gap a Hellcat. And be ready, you guys, I might hurt some feelings here. And you can actually get these cars for under what Hellcats are going for. And be sure to stick to the end because I'm sure the last one will blow your mind on how fast this car can be. And just to recap, a Dodge Hellcat has over 700 horsepower, has a 0 to 60 of 3.7 seconds, and you can get them for around $55,000 to $60,000. So if one of you guys have a Hellcat out there and it recently got stolen, because that seems to be the trend nowadays, and you're looking for a new car, then this might be the video for you. So coming in at number 1, we have the 2024 Audi RS3. This has a 0 to 60 of 3.6 seconds, has 400 horsepower, and it's a turboed 5-cylinder. And you guys are probably like, what the heck is a turboed 5-cylinder? Why does this car have 5 cylinders? Well, that is a good question, but the crazier part is that this car actually sounds like a V10. It literally just sounds like they put a Lamborghini Huracan V10 inside an Audi RS3. And the depreciation on Audis is pretty bad, so even though it's a 2024, you can still get them for around $50,000 to $60,000. Now coming in at number 2, we have the 2020 BMW M5 Competition. And this car has been one of my most favorite cars of recently. It comes with 600 horsepower and has a 0 to 60 of 2.9 to 3 seconds, which is out of this world because considering this car weighs like 5,400 pounds, this thing can get up and go because it's a twin turboed V8. And you can get them for around that same price range of $50,000 to $60,000. And I didn't even realize how fast these cars are from the factory. Just imagine you put a downpipe, a tune on this car, put amazing exhaust on it. This thing will blow any car out of the water. And originally I wasn't really a BMW guy, but now I think I am. Now coming in at number 3, we have a 2016 Camaro ZL1. This has a 0 to 60 of 3.5 seconds. It has 650 horsepower. It's a supercharged V8, and you can get them in either the 6-speed manual or the 10-speed automatic, which is crazy. And I'm not that much of an American muscle guy or care that much for Camaros or Mustangs, but if I were to get one of the two, I would definitely get the ZL1, considering that you can get them for around $50,000 to $60,000, which is a great deal. It's pretty much the Corvette Z06, but it's a Camaro. Next, coming in at number 4, we have a car that we all know and love, and that's the 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. You can get 650 to 700 horsepower under the hood of a Corvette, all for around $50,000 to $60,000. And the mind-blowing part, for 2015, this car had a 0 to 60 of 2.95 seconds. And you can either get it in an automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. And that 2.95 seconds comes from the automatic, because obviously if you get the automatic, it's going to be a little bit faster. And nothing can beat that sound of that supercharged LS motor. Now coming in at number 5, we have a 2012 Nissan GTR. This car has to be one of the most fanboyed cars of all time, and that's honestly ruined it for me. But the fact that it has a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds with 500 horsepower, it's a twin turbocharged V6, and you can get them for around $65,000 to $70,000, and the fact that it's an iconic car, I think the price and power ratio is definitely justified. And these cars have definitely gone up in value over the past couple of years, so you can find them in pretty decent condition for around $65,000 to $70,000. And it's crazy to think that a car that's over 12 years old costs this much now, but if you want to get a newer GTR, you're going to be spending at least $90,000 to $100,000. Just make sure that if you get this car, you get a flame tune on it, and you turn it into the Godzilla that it actually is. Now next, coming in at number 6, we have another amazing car, and that's the 2017 Mustang GT500. This has a 0 to 60 of 3.5 seconds. It has a 6-speed manual transmission, and it comes with 760 horsepower. And you can get it for around $50,000 to $60,000, and it's supercharged. Or you can actually get the 2020 version, which is 0.2 seconds faster. But you're going to have to cough up at least $10,000 to $20,000 more. Just make sure that if you get this car, you don't treat it like all the other Mustang owners and hit a giant crowd of people going 100 miles per hour. And I'll give it to you, Mustang guys, it's usually the regular GTs that are doing this. So if you have a GT500, make sure you're a little bit more classy than that. Next, coming in at number 7, we have some Euro power, and that's the 2018 Mercedes AMG E63s. This car has a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds, which is out of this world considering this thing is a sedan and it's pretty heavy. But you can get them for around $55,000. They come with 603 horsepower, and it's a turboed V8, so you know it's going to sound really good. Considering the fact that Mercedes is moving towards turbocharged 4-cylinders, I think that this car is a gem that more people need to know about, because these cars seem to be getting faster and faster. Now next, coming in at number 8, we have a 2022 Audi RS5 Sportback. This has a twin turboed V6 that has a 0 to 60 of 3.3 seconds, and it comes with 444 horsepower, and you can get them for around $50,000 to $60,000, which honestly isn't all that bad. Again, Audis depreciate like crazy, but they can make some fast cars with amazing tunability. tunability. And honestly, if I were to get an Audi, it would either be an RS3 or one of the newer Audi R8s, because they're super reliable, they sound amazing, and they have a pretty timeless look. Next, coming in at number 9, and this car is pretty controversial. This is a 2020 Corvette Stingray. Now, the reason as to why I put this car on this list is because it's naturally aspirated, but it gets a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds with 500 horsepower. And it's arguably one of the best looking cars on this list. It pretty much just looks like a Ferrari, and they depreciated enough to where you can get them for around $55,000 to $60,000. And these cars are definitely head turners and pretty much look like supercars, and are mistaken time and time again by old timers to be Ferraris. And don't get me wrong, the new Z06 actually sounds like a Ferrari. It has a high-pitched V8, but if you want to get that, you're gonna have to cough up at least around $130,000 to $150,000. Is that worth it for the price? Maybe. And then lastly, coming in at number 10, we have a car that I think more people need to know about, and that's the 2018 BMW 340i. This car only comes with 320 horsepower, but here's the thing. Under the hood is a B58 motor. This is the same exact motor that you find in the newer Toyota Supra. And out of all the engines on this list, this one has the best tunability. With just a couple $1,000s in mods, you can get 600 horsepower. And here's where it gets even crazier. You can find these cars for around $20,000 to $25,000. So you throw in a couple of mods, a downpipe, a tune. For under $30,000, you can be gapping HELLCATS all day and every day. And you see, I'm more of like a Japanese car guy. I love Lexus F Performance, I love Toyota, but you simply cannot deny the amazing tunability that German cars offer. And sure, they might not be the most reliable out there, maybe they break, maybe they have higher maintenance costs, but the performance potential is insane for the amount that you're paying. And their cars sound amazing. But what do you guys think? Do you think I left something off this list? Would you actually get any of these cars over a HELLCAT? Let me know down in the comments section. But other than that, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.